Hey everybody!
Hi everyone.
I'm Brin,
I'm Cam.
and we're just going to tell you about our Northwest Territories trip. So we're going to go through, I kind of made like a collage of photos, which is a lot of fun. So this is our, okay, so we had sleeping quarters, and our sleeping quarters were actually in the back of my 1995 Ford Ranger.
It was very comfortable though.
It was.
Yeah.
We stacked like this many blankets. Because we had, for some reason, I have an excessive amount of blankets, and it's like I collected blankets throughout my life.
It was all leading up to this.
It was all leading up to this trip. It worked out perfectly. And then I sewed, okay, this is cool. So if you see along the sides, I sewed these pouches that can hold so many of our clothes. And I actually, before I sewed it and like made it like complete, I actually had the clothes inside and was like pinning it so that I knew exactly what clothes we were bringing on this trip, which might seem crazy, but it was just how I did it. Stop was at Peace River. So it was how long of a drive was it to Peace River?
I think it was about 10-hour drive up to Peace River. We got there really late, very foggy, but like we found a free campsite. Only a couple of wrong turns.
So we found this campsite, and the campsite was awesome. It was just beautiful. I think it's a
heritage site.
Yeah, it's a heritage site, which is great because all across Canada there's a bunch of heritage sites that are really helpful for people who are either traveling on a budget or just like traveling thrifty, which is more our situation. Okay.
And then the next thing we did was drive again in the morning. Then there's a random picture of my tongue. So when we got there, it's the border of Northwest Territories is a 60th parallel. So like we stopped at the, what do you even call that?
It was like an information.
Yeah,
just
information.
An information
Yeah, and we got a whole bunch of pamphlets. Person was very helpful.
Oh my gosh. And then we got to sign these papers.
Yeah.
Because you want...
Got proof that we were there.
Yeah.
And then...
It was really cool because the sign going in was really cool. And it was like... It kind of got us excited, which we were like, yeah, we're just going to go out, not a big deal, right? And then we saw the sign, and like everything got like so much more exciting, and it was really fun.
Yeah, because we actually made it.
Yeah.
In the really old truck. It got us there.
Yeah, it got us all the way up.
Our campsite, it was really good. Actually, it was really funny because when we first got there, we actually drove into the wrong campsite, and turns out this campsite they were just turning into a handicap campsite,
which is really cool.
So like, which is why there was concrete, and then they came over and they were like, so where are you guys supposed to be? And we're like a 2 or 3 or something.
We didn't know.
And then it turns out we were across the road, so that's why there's a picture of 2 different campsites.
First one was the first one. Second one was, but the second one was so awesome, and we liked it actually more, which was really cool.
Well, it was actually completed.
Yeah, that too.
There was a fire pit.
The campsite we stayed at was just incredible. The person who ran it this year, I don't know if she's running it next year, because I think there's like a 3-year contract. But she ran it. It was just incredible. She had, they were just so hospitable and wonderful in so many ways. And it was really close to the beach. So, and then there was this wonderful boardwalk right out to, like, Great Slave Lake, like, just on the beach. And it was, there was one of those moments where we, like, stepped out and we saw it, and it was, like, took your breath away, which, like, doesn't happen much. We've seen a lot of beautiful sights, and we've been like, especially mountains, we've been everywhere with that, but that was like one of those moments where I was just like, I almost got choked up because it was just so pretty. And I was just like, it was just incredible. There was like
and it was like it was Great Slave Lake, so it's like a lake that looks like an ocean. Like you can't see the end of it.
Yeah.
It's breathtaking.
Yeah. And we spent like many hours on the beach. We both like sword fighting.
Oh, sword fighting was so much fun. Especially because there's a whole bunch of driftwood. So basically the game was to see who could break the other person's stick. So we just like wailed on each other.
So it was really good. Until we got a little bit too intense. And we started like...
I was just defending myself.
No, but the logs were like this big around after a while. And
We
then
got some big ones. Just like...
And I swear, the campers next to us were like, these people are nuts. Like, these people have lost it. Because we had these logs that were like this big and probably like 10 feet long. And then we were like lifting them. And it wasn't even like javelin throwing. It was like wailing, like trying to be knights for some reason. Hike from Louise Falls to Alexander Falls. It's like a 13-kilometer trail. You kind of go one way and then you go all the way the other way. It was so cool. And along the road, I don't think I have pictures of it, but they had these signs, and the signs had just different herbs that were like useful in the area, or like the story behind the elders in the area, which was really cool. And it was really funny because it felt like you're going on this journey. And then it had also like the roles of everyone in that area and how they used to work together. And so it was like you were going on the journey with them. And I felt like we were both like skipping along the trail and just like having a great time. And we'd have to stop at every sign and then we'd read it out loud. And it was really cool. And Cam has an obsession.
Waterfalls?
Waterfalls. Like, yeah. I didn't know this.
I love waterfalls.
Like...
They're basically my thing.
They are your thing.
You'll see pictures of them. They're just amazing. And we got to go, like, right up to them. We actually were able to eat lunch on the rocks right beside it. And then we didn't actually jump in, even though one of the pictures looks like we were going to.
Yeah. It was the prep.
We kind of wanted to, but it looked kind of rocky.
But Cam was like, let's go down to like the level. Let's have lunch there. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be a nice little path. No. It was not. It was like the sketchiest little path, and then we were like
so
sliding, and there was like the sharp rocks, and then we got to the bottom. There was a lot of sharp rocks. Anyways, we got to the bottom, and I was just like I had my backpack on, and I was just like sweating, and then Cam's like, "This is so beautiful," because he has this.
Because waterfalls.
Because waterfalls.
Point on a hike, we kind of like went down one path. There was two routes. We chose the bottom one because closer to waterfall. And so then we went down there, but it was really cool because like we found, what are they called?
Inukshuk.
Inukshuk. And like with really cool rocks. I don't know what kind of rocks they were, but like they were beautiful. And then like and then we had to backtrack back, but like I was really happy we went down there.
And then we drove to Yellowknife.